Hey, we're Saints Father Chris here on this glorious Friday as we get close to Christmas. Welcome to our Crucifixional Life stream. Glad to have you beautiful people with us. We want to wish you, this will be our last live stream until Christmas services, wish you a blessed and beautiful Christmas. May all of the light of the incarnate Lord Jesus Christ shine upon you and upon your family. I hope that it's a beautiful, special day for all of you guys. God bless and keep you coming up on this Sunday. The best part about Christmas, really, I know it's funny because you hear all these trite sayings about like people who are anti-consumerism and anti-secularism, that Jesus is the reason for the season, and it's just as cheesy as all the rest of it, though it is true. Like we've kind of shifted a little bit to buying stuff and Christmas gifts and shopping, and there's Black Fridays and Cyber Mondays, and there's Giving Tuesdays, and then there's, of course, the 26th, God help us on that day when everything goes back at a discounted rate. And I mean, like, it's just become one of those things where we walk around blindly wondering what in the heck are we really doing. That misses the entire point. Because indeed, though I mock it, Jesus Christ and his incarnation is indeed the reason for the season. It's the most powerful moment in the history of the world, maybe second only to the crucifixion of Christ and resurrection. And somehow they're also intimately connected. So you kind of can't even separate Christmas from the cross and the empty tomb. I mean, it's the two main moments of Christ's saving ministry. And the key is that Christmas is about, and forgive me if as I pontificate, I know you all know this, but just let me, pontificate. Christmas is really about the Son of God. This is what Christians believe. The divine Son of God, the second person of the Holy Trinity, became a human being, just like you and I, in the full manner. So whatever it is that makes you and I human beings, the Lord took that upon himself as that babe in the manger. The only thing that he didn't take was sin, right? Like, we got plenty of that. He had none of that. But in all other aspects, Jesus became full, or the Son of God became fully human, fully, we say, incarnate in the person of Jesus of Nazareth. And you may say, well, that's really special, but why would, God go and do that? I'll tell you why. Why would he go and do that? Because there was a chasm, if you will, between us and return to the garden that Adam separated us from. And this chasm, if you will, through death, was insurmountable, uncrossable. No human being could go from here to there, if you will. Only God could conquer that great depth, that great chasm. Only God could do it. Now, if Christ came solely as the divine Son of God, and again, I'm being silly, but you get the point. He could have just run very easily and jumped over that chasm and restored himself back to paradise. But we would still be stuck on the other side. But by becoming both fully human and fully divine in the person of Jesus on Christmas, as he crossed that chasm as God, he also brought with him his humanity. Now, the good news of that is, sorry, this is kind of a really crass analogy, but it'll stick out in your mind. You know when someone gets married and they tie cans to the back of their car, just married and all that stuff? As the car drives off, the cans have no choice but to follow the main body of the car. Again, forgive me, it's crass, but like as Christ in his divinity crosses that chasm over death into the empty tomb, he drags humanity with it, right? And here's the key. That opens a possibility for you and I. So now that we, if we live like Christ, can also cross that chasm. Does that make sense? This is the idea of Christmas. It is that we, living crucifixionally, imitating Christ, being like Christ, transformed in the renewal of our minds, as Paul says in Romans, being different men and women, we too have that opportunity to be victorious over the monsters of our life. Christ conquered the monster of death, sin and death. Now he says, hey, warrior saints, come along with me. Do the same and conquer the monsters that you face in your life. And the best part of all of that is that when you die, and God willing, that's 100 years from now, you also have that possibility to take that same path over the chasm of sin and death into life eternal. This is the power of Christmas. And when you think about it like that, it's like, all right, giving gifts and the whole Santa Claus thing and the stockings and the the cookies and milk and all the rest of that stuff and the secularism and all of that stuff it's fun, it's nice. I'm not even telling you not to do it, but when you think about the power of what Christmas truly is, everything's a little bit different. And I don't know about you, but when I think about that, I'm kind of inspired. And again, I don't mean to sound silly, but I'm inspired by the Lord, and I want to be a warrior saint. I don't want to be mediocre and swept away in the commercialism of the secular and society out there. I want to be different. I want to be more Christ-like. I want to be more what God has asked me to be. I don't want to be mediocre. I'm looking for a life of my own that can be exceptional, so that at some point God may look at me and say, all right, nicely done. He probably won't because it's me, but maybe I got a shot at it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. I'm looking at him because he's smiling. He's like, you ain't got no shot. Hopefully I got a shot, right? But the point is, I'm looking to be exceptional. I'm looking to be something different. And if you're interested in that, I can tell you what, the Warrior Saints team in 2023, we're going to push you hard to be that very thing, to become exceptional men and women. I want to make my last appeal before Christmas. Visit warriorsaints.org. Join us on the way as we strive to become exceptional men and women. Warrior Saints. As I said, Merry Christmas to you and to your families. We love all of you beautiful people. We thank you for your attention, your continuing support, your love, all the shares and likes. We really are grateful to you guys for all that stuff. We'll have a service tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. We are blessed to have His Grace Bishop John of the Diocese of Worcester and all New England with us this weekend. We'll celebrate liturgy tomorrow morning, Vespers tomorrow night, and then, of course, liturgy on Sunday morning for the feast itself. Merry Christmas. Love you. Till next week. Keep walking on the way of the Warrior Saint.